You need to be ready to convert between DDN and prefix masks and do the math in your head and be comfortable with it. In this video, I'll give you some practice in the direction from prefix to DDN masks. For context, in the CCNA Cert Guide Volume 1, Part 4, Chapter 13, we talk about these conversions. And in the first major section, we talk about both directions, and I show you a process for each of those. And I've got a matching video here in the YouTube channel for that. Your three problems are over here on the right, 3 prefix style masks. Just convert those to dotted decimal. You can hit pause now and get started with that. I'm going to show you how after the pause. So I'll give you 5 seconds to hit pause and use a piece of scratch paper to create the answers. All right, here it comes. Problem number 1. Here's how I would do it with the process from the books. You write down the prefix style mask and you leave width under 4 octet headings for 8 bits. We're going to write the binary mask down here, an octet at a time. And the process is going to be to write it with starting on the left, thinking of 8-bit positions per octet. We want to write down 15 binary ones. So watch on the left, right over here. Boom. We've got 8 bits, but there's not any more space in octet 1, so we write the next 7 over here. Why 7? Because we've only got 15 to write down. So there's one open bit position here in octet 2, and that'll be the first 0 that we write down. And then the remaining bit positions, we write down 0. So now we've got 4 sets of 8 bits, the first 15 bits of which are 1s to match our prefix length. From there, it's a conversion octet by octet back to decimal. So if you memorize the 9 decimal values and their matching binary values of the possible numbers you can see in a dotted decimal mask, you'd remember that 8 binary 1s converts to 255. 7 1s and a 0, though, converts to 254. And, of course, 8 zeros and 8 zeros converts to decimal 0 and 0. So there's your dotted decimal mask of 255, 254, 0, 0. So a little bit more involved in the opposite direction. Let's take a look at problem number 2. In this case, the mask is /25. So we're going to do the same process, but we're going to write 25 binary ones down, starting over here on the left. Right? So we're going to start in octet 1 and write down 8 and write down 8 more here, 8 more here, and we're going to bleed over into the 4th octet. Here they come, starting over here. Here we go. Boom. 8, 8, 8, and 1 more. So we filled up 3 of the 4 octets. We've got 7-bit positions out here on the right in octet 4. Those will get binary zeros in them, and there's our binary mask. Now we turn our attention to remembering what decimal value these particular 8 binary digits represent. So of course 8 binary 1s represents 255. So the first 3 octets of the dotted decimal mask will be 255s. Then the pattern that begins with binary 1 and 7 zeros represents decimal number 128. So there's your dotted decimal mask of 255, 255, 255.128. Finally, the third practice problem was a mask that was /22. So again, we're going to fill up the first octet, then the second and the third, going from the left until we've written down 22 binary 1s. And that'll get us all the way through the first 2 octets and partway into the third. There they go, 8, 8, and 6 more binary 1s, total 22. And we've got 2-bit positions left in the third octet, so they'll get zeros. And then 8 more zeros out here in octet 4. Now we change gears, convert these 8 bits at a time to decimal. The first 2, of course, are going to convert to 255. Here's the tricky one, 6 1s and 2 zeros. We've memorized that table, and we memorized the fact that 6 1s followed by 2 zeros and an 8-bit binary number converts to decimal 252. 8 zeros converts to decimal 0. And there is your final answer. Hope you enjoyed that practice. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of the practice, what you'd like to see more of, what content you'd like to see more of, or just a quick word of, hey, what's going on with you? Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you.